One of the most widely discussed topics in the industry today is the direction of hotels towards an environmentally friendly property that practices sustainability techniques within its operations. Today, we will be talking all about energy efficiency in the hospitality industry. But before we dive into this topic, let us first know what led to the emergence and popularity of environmentally friendly practices in the hospitality industry. Usage of non-renewable energy. Non-renewable energy comes from sources that will run out or will not be replenished in our lifetimes, or even in many lifetimes. Most non-renewable energy sources are fossil fuels, and carbon is the main element in fossil fuels that has been known to be harmful to our environment. As hospitality management students, it is very important for us to know that hotels are major energy consumers around the world. There is a huge consumption of energy in a single hotel's daily operation. However, now that it is one of the most widely discussed topics in the industry today, hotel managers have been switching from traditional methods of operations in favor of greener methods that are not only better for the environment but can also save money for hotel operations in the long term with many other additional benefits. It is because of a generational shift. Millennials, also known as Generation Y, are individuals who are the fastest growing demographics globally. According to research, millennials are the largest percentage of consumers and travelers, which means we should expect to see a good number of millennials checking into our hotels now and within the next several years. So, brands have to rise to these significant expectations millennials have when it comes to spending their money. So in the future, if we get to be hotel operation managers, we would already know the value of pursuing a directive towards clean and environmentally safe practices in the hospitality establishments, as it will help attract some of the most significant demographics and will also strengthen the brand reputation.
Now, let us talk about the main topic on hand. Let us first know what energy efficiency is. At its most basic, energy efficiency refers to a method of reducing energy consumption by using less energy to attain the same amount of useful output. It simply means using less energy to perform the same task, that is eliminating energy waste. So here are important reasons why we need energy efficiency in the hospitality sector. Need of energy efficiency in the hospitality sector. First, energy costs are always escalating. Conserving energy will help in controlling costs and improving margins of operations. Second, conserving energy helps in reducing greenhouse emissions from hotel operations. Third, it fosters sustainable development practices for hotels. And lastly, energy conservation support to fulfill environmental responsibilities and make a company be socially responsible. Hospitality industry and its impacts. Now, when we talk about hospitality industry and its impacts in the environment, we can broadly break this into three major aspects: its energy consumption, its water consumption, and its waste production. You find huge consumptions of energy in hotels at various levels like air conditioning, fossil fuel generators, kitchens, appliances, lightings, and many more. There will always be energy wasted without energy auditing or energy management. You can also find water consumption to be huge when it comes to hotel operations, like swimming pools, ponds, landscapings, usage of shower 3 times a day, and toilets in guest rooms, and laundry and kitchen. And in terms of waste production, you can find solid waste, organic waste, landfill chemicals, and toxic waste being produced every day. By any means, you may find that the hospitality industry, which may be a service provider for many, is at the same time in need of control of its negative impacts on the environment. There is a huge amount of energy wasted in hotel establishments that doesn't practice sustainability or energy efficiency, and most of this excess becomes collateral damage to our environment. So where and how should a hotel start? What then are the alternatives for using non-renewable energies that the hotel can use? Solar energy should sound pretty familiar to you. Solar power is the conversion of energy from sunlight into electricity, either directly using photovoltaics, indirectly using concentrated solar power, or a combination. By installing solar panels on rooftops or on the ground, hotels can generate electricity from panels. Moreover, the installation period is about 2 to 3 weeks. It is a relatively short process, so hotels won't have to shut down during the construction period. Geothermal energy is more expensive and less popular to hotel owners. However, depending on the hotel's location, owners could take advantage of geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is stored into hot water underground. It is difficult to use it unless hot water makes it through Earth's crust in the form of hot springs or steam. For hotel owners, it is not practical to build a dry steam geothermal power plant themselves, so the best way to use geothermal energy is through natural hot water or steam. Therefore, if your hotel is located in a region that is known to hot springs, you can definitely take geothermal energy into consideration if you want to adopt renewable energy. Biomass fuels is becoming more popular around the world. Organic waste can be turned into biodiesel in a plant. The biofuels can be used to power vehicles. Using biofuels may sound a little extreme for hotel owners because most hotels are located in crowded cities. However, if your hotel is based in a farm or in a rural area, you will have easy access to a large amount of organic waste, which allows you to take advantage of biodiesel once you convert the waste.
Hydropower is electrical energy that is generated by using the flow of water through a turbine with a generator, usually derived from rivers or man-made installations. An option for a restaurant or a hotel operation in a mountain region where a river or stream provides a continuous source of flowing water could be a small hydropower system. For hotel properties located on a coastline, wave power may be a future source of energy. Last but not least, hotel owners can take advantage of wind energy if the hotel has access to wind farms. It is expensive to build a wind farm that is able to provide all the electricity a hotel needs. But if the hotel is located in a windy area, this option becomes more practical. Also, as wind technology keeps developing, it will only be cheaper to build a wind farm in the future, allowing hotel owners to use wind energy to cover their electricity bills each month.
Another vital way to achieve energy efficiency in the hotel establishments is to have a systematic review of each energy consumption, and that is through the means of energy auditing and energy management. Energy auditing is a strategy of adjusting and optimizing energy using systems and procedures as to reduce energy requirements per unit of output while holding constant or reducing total costs of producing the output from these systems. Its optimum solution is to minimize the energy costs, to minimize the losses, to minimize the waste without affecting production and quality, and to minimize the environmental effects. Examples of it is greenhouse gases. Also, thanks to the application of new technologies which enable rational use of energy, hospitality companies can reduce power consumption per night. Using the so-called intelligent hotel room systems, electricity can be saved by adjusting air conditioning, heating, and lighting systems according to the guest's presence in the room. We believe sustainability practices should be something every successful hotel should embrace because it is the guaranteed direction that the industry is heading towards, not only today but in the future. Now, we will be talking about carbon footprint and carbon offsetting. Carbon footprint, according to the World Health Organization, it is a measure of the impact your activities have on the amount of carbon dioxide produced through the burning of fossil fuels and is expressed as a weight of CO2 emissions produced in tons. It is a very important means to understand the impact of a company's behavior on global warming. Carbon offsetting. Carbon offsetting is the process of compensating for carbon dioxide emissions arising from industrial or other human activity by participating in programs designed to make equivalent reductions of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So, the hotel creates carbon emissions. Although sometimes small, at all stages of the guest stay, including the room where he or she sleeps, the meals eaten, the facilities used, and the preparation necessary for the entertainment enjoyed. Even the best consumption reduction programs cannot completely eliminate carbon emissions. To make up for these emissions, hospitality executives and guests can participate in carbon offsetting programs to buy their way out. The funds collected from the carbon offset customers are directed to programs that generate clean energy such as solar arrays and wind farms, which can in turn be used to power hospitality operations. Now here is an example on how to achieve carbon neutrality that we can use in the hospitality industry. The first of the 6 steps toward achieving carbon neutrality is to measure the carbon footprint of the hospitality operation. Without this data, it is impossible to start offsetting or reducing. Step 2 is to ensure that the request for proposal contains a green element. For example, if the property is purchasing electricity from a wind farm that is already carbon neutral, this is deducted from the carbon footprint assessment of the property. Step 3 establishes the total carbon footprint, and in Step 4, negotiations and contracts are made with the carbon offsetting organization. Step 5, after all the assessment and verified information, you purchase the carbon offset. Step 6 consists of measuring the effectiveness of the carbon offsetting policy and communicating the results to all stakeholders. This is how we can assess our carbon footprint. Carbon dioxide by the numbers. 1 ton of carbon dioxide is emitted when you travel 2,000 miles on a plane, drive 1,350 miles in a large sport utility vehicle, drive 1,900 miles in a mid-sized car, drive 6,000 miles in a hybrid gasoline-electric car, run the average American household for 60 days, graze 1 dairy cow for 8 months.